कि एक रियल कहानी है और ये आज मैं आपको सारी पढ़ के सुनाऊंगी। सो वीडियो को ज़्यादा लंबा ना करते हुए हम खोलते हैं वीडियो को। गाइस, ये है ट्रेजर आइलैंड और ये है रॉबर्ट लुइस स्टीवेंसन और ये प्रिंटेड हुई है इन यूएसए। और ये है चैप्टर नंबर 1, अ फाइन एक्साइटमेंट इन अ क्वाइट कंट्री लाइफ। ये इसके सारे चैप्टर्स हैं जिनमें ये सारी रॉबर्ट ने अपनी कहानी इसमें बताई है और आप देखना। अभी हम आपको पढ़ के सुनाते हैं। जिम Hawkins will write my tale. I will keep nothing back from you except the location of Treasure Island. I cannot tell the location of Treasure Island. I cannot tell you this because there are still treasures there to be found. My story begins long ago when my father was the innkeeper for the Admiral Benbow, and it was then that the old seaman with the terrible scar on his cheek first came to live under our roof. I remember him as if it were yesterday. He was a big, heavy man. A pigtail fell over the shoulder of his dirty blue coat. His hands were twisted, and he had black broken nails and that shiny white scar. I shall never forget it. So that is a Robert Louis stories. That is Treasure Island, and now we are going to the second page. That is, he looked along the seacoast and whistled to him. Then a voice high and shaking he broke out in an old sea song that he would sing so often. After 15 men on a dead man's chest, ho yo yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. He was a silent man, but was used to being obeyed. We called him Captain. All day he hung about the cliffs with his brace telescope. All evening he sat in the parlor by the fire drinking strong rum and water. Every day he asked if there were any sailors who had gone by along the road. At first we thought that he asked because he wanted company, but soon we began to see that he was afraid. He promised me a silver fourpenny if I would keep watch for a seafaring man. Treasure Island with one leg. How that one-legged sailor haunted my dreams. On stormy nights, when the wind shook the four corners of the inn and the surf rolled along the cove and up the cliff, he would appear a tall, sand, cruel expression. There were nights when the captain drank a lot more rum than his head could handle. Then he would sing his wild sea song. Sometime he would call his wild sea songs. Sometime he would call for glasses for all and would force the trembling company to sing along. Often I would hear the house shaking with ho yo yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. All the neighbors joining in with the fear of death upon them, each would singing louder than the other to avoid an angry remark for the captain. His stories were what frightened people most of all, dreadful stories. They were about hanging, walking, and plank, storms at sea, and wild deaths on the Spanish main. He must have lived a life among some of the wickedest men upon the sea. The people were scared, but looking back upon it, it was a fine excitement in a quiet country life. He was a true sea dog, and the sort of man who made sea farming so terrifying. One day in January, a stranger came. He had a nasty look, and I saw that he was missing two fingers. Oh, on his hand, on his left hand. Is my mate Bill here? He sneered. The captain looked at as if he had seen a ghost black dog. He gasped. So guys, in this chapter 1, he was saying Robert has a pigtail, mean a long hair of a braid, and he has very long hairs. He don't wash her hairs. He has a long nails, and he go on a boat, and he lost him. Bye bye. If you're curious to know about the second chapter, so comment me down.